Hey guys, welcome to my brow tutorial video. So first off, I'm going to be brushing my brow hairs into place with the Anastasia number 12 brush. Taking an e.l.f. clear mascara, I'm going to be brushing my brow hairs more into place, almost to set them, just so they're easier to fill in but appear more thicker. So I'm just going to be brushing them upwards and then kind of like in the direction that they grow. So for anyone wondering, I do get my eyebrows threaded. Just as personal preference, every single time I do go and get my eyebrows threaded, I always ask them to just shape them where my eyebrows were gonna look more thick. Taking my Anastasia Dipbrow Pomade in the shade Chocolate, I start going underneath of my eyebrow in really small strokes, just lining the bottom, and I stick pretty close to my natural shape. All I'm doing is in small strokes, going above my arch and also going above my eyebrow. And with this, I like to go just a little bit above my natural shape and almost round my arch so it doesn't look so straight like my normal eyebrow is shaped. I just find that this complements my brow a lot better and it just gives me the look that I'm going for. So then I just start filling in my eyebrow with the Dipbrow, just in really light strokes. I don't really like to make one big stroke. I like to do baby strokes to make sure I'm getting in my eyebrow and almost creating hair-like strokes. And with the spoolie, I'm just gonna go ahead and run it. And even though I did apply that clear mascara before, it's not too tough where I can't blend the product underneath it. So, and it also doesn't get flaky when I do go ahead and run it with a spoolie. So that's why I stick to this one a lot. Front, I'm just going to turn my brush sideways and also kind of like slant it just to create more brow hairs, because in the front I like to just not fill it in too much but add somewhat of a definition to it, but you can completely leave it blank if you want. So now I'm just going to take a Makeup Essentials flat concealer brush and my LA Girl Pro Conceal, and I'm going to go ahead and clean up my eyebrows. I'm going to start lining underneath like I normally would. So I'm just going in baby strokes, just lining underneath of my eyebrow. And if I have 3 dots, it's just because that's excess concealer I can work with. If I need more, I just kind of leave it on my eyelid. And then once I've lined underneath of my eyebrow, I'm going to go ahead and turn my brush sideways and start blending that onto my lid to act as a primer for the rest of my eyeshadow. Taking a synthetic buffing brush, this is mainly for eyeshadow, but because it's synthetic, I use it for my concealer. And I just kind of swipe down on that concealer, but I'm gonna just start buffing that concealer out on the edges, just so that if I do my eyeshadow first, this base is already blended out, so it's gonna blend perfectly in when I go ahead and apply concealer underneath of my eyes. So just make sure I really blend those edges out on the outer corner and also in my inner corner. It's completely up to you. You can do your makeup however you want it, but I want to go ahead and just clean up the top of my brows with some foundation. Some days I use concealer, but for today I decided to use foundation because it just blends a lot more smoothly and you're not going to get any white cast if you use a concealer too bright on top. So with a synthetic concealer brush, I'm just going to go ahead and shape the top, but with a beauty blender I'm going to go ahead and buff it out. Now that I'm done with my eyebrows, at least with the filling in and the concealer, I'm just going to go ahead and with that same clear mascara brush my hair upwards. This is just going to allow me to see anything I didn't fill in and also make my eyebrow hairs appear more thick because you're making your eyebrow look a little bit more bushy. And now I'm just going in with any dip brow to fill in anything I might have missed. And that concludes the end of this brow tutorial. Of course, it isn't so natural, but it's what I like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something and like the before and then the after. I hope to see you guys in my next one. As always, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.